Miss Sheldon's going to start by writing her calculation, which is 3 times 2/15. Now, any whole number can be written as a fraction if we do it over 1. So, for example, 3 over 1, and that is because any whole number divided by 1 is the whole number itself. So, 3 over 1 times 2 over 15, and then we're going to do that in exactly the same way that we did the other multiplication questions. So first, Miss Sheldon's going to multiply the numerators, and then she's going to multiply the denominators. So 3 times 2 equals 6, and 1 times 15 equals 15. Now, just like before, we can't stop there because 6/15 could potentially be simplified. So we're going to show you method 1 first, where we take both our numerator and our denominator and we write down the factors of each. Now we're looking for a common factor. So first, Miss Sheldon's just doing the factors of 6. And now she's going to do the factors of 15. Now she has found that there is a common factor, which is 3, which means we'll be able to divide both our numerator and our denominator by 3. Now 6 divided by 3 equals 2, and 15 divided by 3 equals 5. So our answer is 2/5. Now we're just going to show you another example using method 2 that we taught you yesterday. Again, Miss Sheldon's written her calculation, 8 times 3/28. Now, 8 can be written as 8 over 1, because 8 divided by 1 is 8. She's then going to multiply that by 3/28. So first she's going to multiply the numerators, so 8 times 3, which is 24, and then she's going to multiply the denominators, so 1 times 28 equals 28. Now, as you know, we haven't finished there because 24/28 can definitely be simplified because both numbers are even. So here we're going to use method 2 that we taught you in yesterday's video, where we keep dividing by 2 or halving all the time that the numbers are both even. So we're going to divide the numerator by 2 and the denominator by 2. And like I said, this is possible because both are even. So 24 divided by 2 is 12, and 28 divided by 2 is 14. And you'll probably notice that these numbers are still even, so we can use this method again. So 12 divided by 2 is 6, and 14 divided by 2 is 7. Now we have come across an odd number, so we can no longer divide by 2. So we're going to find the factors of both 6 and 7 and see if there is a common one. Now the only common factor is 1, which means that our fraction cannot be simplified, because if we divide both the numerator and the denominator by 1, it will remain the same. So our answer is 6/7. Okay, now moving on to multiply on mixed numbers, which has been set as one of the challenges. The first thing I'm going to do is separate my whole numbers from my fractions, so I'm going to multiply my whole numbers together first. So 4 times 6 is 24. I'm then going to cross that out of my calculation because I've done that part. I now need to take both my fractions and multiply them together. So I've got 3/4 and 7/10. Now, exactly the same, I'm going to multiply my numerators. So 3 times 7 is 21. And I'm then going to multiply my denominators. So 4 times 10 is 40. Which gives me the fraction 21/40. Again, I'm not going to stop there because I need to figure out if 21/40 can be simplified. So I'm going to take both my 21 and my 40 and write down the factors of each. Now I can't use method 2 because I have an odd number, so I'm using method 1. As you can see, there are no common factors other than 1, therefore this number cannot be simplified. So now all I need to do is to remember to put the whole numbers which I separated at the start back together with my fraction. So I've got 24 as a whole and 21/40.